This is gonna be a good one. What is up, guys? My name is Steve, and welcome to the Joe Harrington Show, where I talk about movies, TV shows, and stuff. So, if you enjoy the stuff, you maybe want to subscribe and stick around for future content, and also drop a like to let the algorithm know that I still do make videos. So, let's cut to the chase. The Last of Us Season 1 is amazing, and when I say amazing, I mean amazing. The acting, the story, and the execution, top to bottom, is damn near perfect. Keep in mind this comes from someone who has not played the PlayStation games and is completely new to the story. Let me know what you gamers think in the comments down below. Alright, so the story here is pretty straightforward. The world gets affected by a fungus called cordyceps, transforming them into fungus zombies rattling around the city, biting and infecting even more people. This guy, Joel, who is my favorite character, loses his family in the situation and who later escorts this little girl Ellie across the country to make a cure. They get to know and like each other eventually and fight some fungus dudes in their journey. The show does a pretty fucking good job at creating the overall environment and feel of a pandemic. The sets, the special effects, and the mass being quarantined. With that, we have numerous characters and great acting to complete the experience. It brings out a great sense of emotion of people losing their family and friends over the course of time to virus. It also sheds light on different aspects of Joel's life, him losing his daughter and getting separated from his brother, to growing old and now meeting this energetic little girl, Ellie. To be honest, at first when we were first introduced to her, I hated the way she behaved. You know, those annoying little kids. But as you watch the series, you grow to like her character. Her past also being traumatic, with her losing her mother just after her birth and also losing the best friend. Her and Joel's story beautifully complement each other, thanks to the phenomenal acting of Bella Ramsey, which brings a youthful energy to this role. Her relationship with Joel also gets really interesting with time, as they both grow into liking and caring about each other. This is shown beautifully in the episode 8, where at the end, Ellie is horrified by this psychopath trying to kill her, and Joel grabs her in his arms and says, brings out the father figure of Joel. The show does spare a good amount of time for Joel's character to evolve and change with time, at a point where you'll be able to emotionally relate with the guy and all the shit he's been through in life. His daughter, brother, and of course, Tess. She's awesome. I cannot stress enough how much I like these characters, but let's talk story. So, the story is as good as these characters get. Now, some people might disagree with me here, but I really like the episodes where they kind of segue from the main plot and explore the side stories of other different characters. I think they add a nice touch to the story by bringing out different phases of the pandemic and not just focusing on the infected the entire time. The story could have been generic by just bringing up the infected in all episodes and fighting them to the end. But to be honest, who needs that? Stuff like that becomes boring and kind of predictable at a point. Here, they introduce people like Bill, Frank, and Riley to the story, thus making the watching experience more fun by providing great context to the main plot and some background story. The Joel and Ellie storyline, however, is the star here. Great story with great sense of emotion. The scene where Henry kills himself after impulsively shooting his brother Sam as he had gotten infected was just heartbreaking, dude, resulting in Ellie losing another friend. Another great mention of emotion and action is the scene in the final episode where Joel goes on a killing spree trying to rescue Ellie from the hospital. That montage is my favorite scene from the series out of all the badass action scenes from Sire Joel. An honorable mention being the scene where he obliterated the men of this idiot in a matter of minutes. So, with the majority of the chunk being convincing, I think there are some downsides to this. In the scene where Joel gets stabbed by this guy randomly, that was kind of unconvincing as we didn't really see him stab Joel. Besides that, he himself was messed up by Joel in the first place and didn't even look like he got a chance to do so. That bit didn't really feel right. I heard from my gamer friend though, in the game, he falls from like 2 floors and then impales through a rod, in my opinion. That is very brutal, but very much more convincing than this. Although I do appreciate it being very versatile, I personally think there could have been more intense fights with the infected. Those scenes that make you fucking stare at the screen like a maniac and give you that blast of adrenaline. I also think characters like Tess should have gotten a bit more screen time and more action. However, it still wraps up pretty good with the beauty of the shots and the overall experience of a mushroom pandemic. My rating for this one is a very solid 9. I mean, I really enjoyed it. But now I finally leave you guys with one question here. What do you guys think about what Joel did at the end of the series? Did he make an emotionally right choice by rescuing Ellie from there, or a practically wrong choice by potentially ending the likeliness of finding a cure? Hey, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. And if you liked my work, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more such future reviews. That is it for this one, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.